In 2026, the most powerful government on earth is not afraid of war, not afraid of inflation, but afraid of a digital code created by an unknown person. This is not a conspiracy. This is Bitcoin versus the United States government. The United States controls the strongest financial system in history. The dollar rules global trade. Wall Street controls trillions. Banks control debt, credit, and power. So why does a decentralized digital currency worry them? Why do politicians talk about regulation? Why do banks call it dangerous? And why does Bitcoin refuse to disappear? To understand this conflict, we must go back to the beginning. In 2008, America faced one of the worst financial collapses in history. Banks failed, people lost homes, and governments printed money to save the system. No government, no bank, no permission. A system where trust was replaced by code. Bitcoin was not created to get rich. It was created as a reaction to government control over money. Bitcoin has a fixed supply. Only 21 million coins will ever exist. The US dollar? It can be printed endlessly. Bitcoin runs on a global network. The dollar runs on trust in government decisions. Bitcoin doesn't need approval. The financial system depends on it. This is the real threat. Bitcoin removes central control, and control is power. The U.S. government doesn't fear Bitcoin because of crime. Every major currency has been used for crime. They fear Bitcoin because it challenges monetary policy, inflation control, sanctions, global dominance. If Bitcoin becomes global money, the dollar loses influence. And when the dollar loses influence, America loses power. At first, banks laughed at Bitcoin. They called it a scam, a bubble, a toy for criminals. Then something changed. BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, the same institutions that control Wall Street, started buying Bitcoin, not to destroy it, but to control it. ETFs, custody, regulation. Bitcoin was never meant to be owned by institutions, yet institutions are now deeply involved. This is not adoption. This is strategic positioning. The U.S. government says regulation is for protection. But history shows regulation often protects institutions, not people. Bitcoin cannot be shut down, but it can be slowed, taxed, surveilled. That is the battle of 2026. Code versus law, math versus politics, freedom versus control. Bitcoin doesn't care who is president. It doesn't vote. It doesn't obey, and that makes it dangerous. The future is not Bitcoin replacing the dollar overnight. That is unrealistic. The real future is parallel systems, government money, and sovereign digital money. Those who understand Bitcoin early will have options. Those who ignore it will depend entirely on policy decisions they cannot control. This is not financial advice. This is a warning. Bitcoin is not good or evil. It is neutral, but it exposes truth, and governments fear transparency more than volatility. The question is not whether Bitcoin will survive. It already has. The real question is, will financial freedom survive government control? Because once people understand money, power changes forever.